sometimes the sound akam or akamo occurs as a prefix in some words. Now this akam or akamo is represented by joined or disjoined k. Let us see the example. Accommodation. Akamo over. You see? Akamo over. Dation. That's all. We write. You need to put the vowel sign. K represents akamo. Accompany. Accompany. P, N. You have disjoined. Sometimes it may be joined or sometimes it may not be joined. Now a question may arise, when we will have to disjoin, when we will have to join K. You will know it by experience. Another prefix sound, intro, introduce, introduction, like this. So that is expressed by N doubled, simply. You need not put any vowel sign. That N doubled stroke represents intro, introduce, introduce. That's all. Introspection, introspection. Magna, magne, magni. Not in many words, sometimes. So that we can write the sound quickly. The prefix na, ne, ni, magna, magne, magni is indicated by the disjoined stroke M. Magnanimity, magnanimity, magna, cause. What is the remaining sound? Nimity, nimity. Magna, don't put any vowel sign. N-E, M-E-T. Magnanimity. Magnetize. Magne. Isn't it? Magna, magne. Isn't it? Magnetize. So this M, magne. What is the remaining? Tize. Right like this. Very easy. Now this is magnetize. Magnify. Magnify. Magni. Magni. In some cases, in the prefix trans, this N is omitted in a few cases, but full outline is preferred for convenience. Transfer. See, we try to write the word quickly. In the word transfer, that the N is very lightly sounded, lightly pronounced. This N is lightly pronounced. When that sound is lightly pronounced, we omit it. We write tra. N is omitted. Transfer. See? We write it transfer. 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 Here is a transfer. N is very slightly pronounced. So, we also write that sound quickly. Transmit. Transmit. We write it transmit. Transmit. It can be written very quickly. But in words like transit, we write it, the full outline is preferred. Transit. Now, self-defense, self-made, like this, the prefix self occurs in some words. So this self is represented by circles by writing it before the following stroke at the second vowel place. Self-defense. Now, defense you write like this. Defense. Self is represented by a small circle written. What is the next stroke after self? After self, what is the next stroke? D. Okay. Before that stroke, at the second vowel place, you put that circle. This little circle represents self. Self-defense. The remaining part is changed. Self-made. Made, how you write? Made. Now put that circle here. What is the next stroke after self? Remember, self-made. Self-made. Sometimes you may hear self-control, self-condition, self-confidence, self-commencement, like that. This self-con or self-come is indicated by a small circle written in the place of conduct. Where you put conduct, there you put this small circle. Self-confident. Self-confident. Fident. You write fident first. Then conduct you put here, isn't it? There you put conduct. That's over. Self-confident. Confident. Self-confident. Confident. Self-confident. Then self-control. Self-control. You write first control. Then self-control. This is your self-control. You write the outline first, then you put circle, then you put you write first remaining structure, then you put circle, then you put row. Okay. Another prefix. The prefix in before surplus kar and upward he is expressed by a small hook written in the same direction as the circle. In before surplus kar and upward he is indicated by a small hook written in the same motion as the circle. Instruct. In is a prefix sound. Now struct. Now this you have seen star. Star is represented by surplus star. Then now in is represented by a small hook. See, I will just enlarge and show like this. So this is like this you write in the same direction. See, circles is written in the same direction. So you write like this. In. You write like this. Instruct. Now this is a small hook. You see how I write it. Like this. Instruct. See? In the same direction. Circle is written in the same direction, isn't it? So this is the prefix in before surplus star. Right. Instruct. Instrument. That's all. Instrument. Meant. You know meant you will write. So this is a small hook. Okay. Instrument. So in before surplus star is represented by a small hook written in the same direction as the circle. Inscribe is a gram log. So inscriber. In is the prefix. Scriber. Suppose scar like this. You will write. Isn't it? So this is bar. This prefix in is represented by a small hook written in the same direction like this. Like this. Inscriber. You put vowel. Inscriber. inhabit. In is a prefix. Hey. You will write upward hey. Have. Bit. You will write as a bit. Inhabit. In. Now this in is represented by, this prefix in is represented by a small hook written in the same direction as the circle. See. Like this. Inhabit. 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 Inhibition. Inhibition. Isn't it? Inhibition. 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 But this rule is applicable only for positive words. So this rule is not applicable in words where the prefix in gives negative meaning. For example, inhuman. Here in this word, in gives negative meaning. Negative meaning. Human, inhuman. Therefore, you cannot write this hook. So, inhuman. So you will have to write in full. In. First, hospitable. You can write simply hospitable. But inhospitable. The word here, in signifies a negative meaning. Therefore, we should not use hook. In hook. It is called in hook. So in hook cannot be used. So we will have to write the stroke in. Inhospitable. So you will have to use the stroke in because it gives negative meaning. For the sake of distinction between positive and negative words, the strokes M, N, L, R are repeatedly written 2 times in negative words. In positive words, we can write as usual. Let us say example. Memorial. Memorial. How do we write? Memorial. Simple. Memorial. Memorial. But immemorial, suppose this is a negative word. In negative words, this M will be repeated. You see? Immemorial. 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 So this M is repeated in negative word because immemorial is a negative word. So in negative word, we will repeat the initial M. Mortal. 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 Isn't it? Mortal. Put this. It is a positive word. In the negative word, immortal. Immortal. Repeat this M. Immortal. Okay. Immortal. We are repeating the initial stroke M. So, for the sake of distinction between the positive and the negative words, in the negative words, we repeat the stroke M. Similarly, N. Necessary. We can simply write necessary. Necessary. But unnecessary. This is a negative word. Therefore, you repeat the stroke N. You repeat this stroke N. Unnecessary. Okay. In the negative words, we repeat the stroke N. Unnecessary. Legal. Legal. Okay. Legal. What is the negative word? Illegal. You are repeating the stroke, but the sound is only one L. We don't say illegal. Illegal. That's all. Only one L. Mortal. 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 Negative word, immortal. Now this M is repeated in the negative word. Immortal. Redeemable. Redeemable. Simple. Redeemable. Irredeemable. You see, instead of repeating re 2 times, it is better because vowel preceded. If a vowel precedes, the initial R is written downward if a vowel precedes. Therefore, you write downward L. Again, repeat redeemable. Irredeemable. In negative words, the strokes LR are written as per rules. Let us see. Resolute. 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 Suppose irresolute. Irresolute. In the negative word, we need to repeat here because as per rule we write. What is the rule? What is the rule? Initial R is written downward if a vowel precedes. See? Irresolute. Irresolute. So by using downward R, so there is no any specific rule here. According to the standing rule, we are writing irresolute. So the negative word is also written as per rules. Here we need to repeat here R. So wherever there is a rule, we write according to the rule only. With regard to this L, R, etc. Because L and R are having separate rules, isn't it? Resistible. 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 Suppose irresistible. Now, vowel preceded, therefore downward R. Like this. Downward R is used. Limitable. 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 Illimitable. Now, which form should be used as per rules? Downward L. See? Illimitable. Why we have used downward L? There is a rule. As per rule number 117, we have written like this in the negative word. So we need not repeat L as in the previous rule. Then what about with regard to R? Rule number 28 in the 4th chapter. Initial R is written downward if a vowel precedes. So resolute, irresolute we have written just now. So here rule number 117. L. With regard to L and R, we write the negative words as per rules. Okay? The initial part of the word comes in common. That part of sound is known as prefix. Come, come, in, magna, intro, like that. Isn't it? We have seen. So it is called prefix. Similarly, a terminating sound, the part of the sound that is attached at the end of the word is known as a suffix. For example, ing is the suffix. Taking, making, living, driving, ing. So we deal with suffixes in the next chapter. Now, in order to make you understand what is suffix relating to this chapter, I just explained what is the suffix. The logograms can be used as prefixes or suffixes either by joining or disjoining. Logograms joined or disjoined may be used as prefixes or suffixes. All we know, almost, we can use as a joined. This logogram as can be joined. We got gram log under. Understand, under we know, we have a gram log, you write stand. So by using logogram, the gram log has become a prefix. Understand. Unimportant, important is the gram log. Now unimportant, we got important, isn't it? Unimportant. Unimportant. You see? We have disjoined. Why can't we write andre? That is the doubt. Okay. Suppose you write unimportant. it will become no importance. So, for the sake of distinction about it, anyway you are not going to put the vowel sign. So, even if you don't put the vowel sign, you will read it as unimportant. Undermine. Under is a grammar and it can be used as a prefix. Now, under mine, you can write undermine, disjoint. No, you see, by experience we are telling that it is better to disjoin. A disjoint outline is suggested by experience. That is why you should practice in this form. Because in speed writing, it is better. There is a clarity. There is no strict rule saying that. That is why you said, instead of writing like that, speedily you can write undermine. By disjoining, you can write it quickly. So these are the prefixes.